What's up, people? I'm Shaggy, the opinionated hippie, and this is my top 10 favorite Janis Joplin songs. Um, Go look in the comments for the albums video for the best way to get to Janis without disrespecting Janis, because I used Returning Again, and which Frank isn't the kindest to a lot of those people. But there's a direct connection. He mentions Janis and Returning Again. But then also, as Jesse M pointed out, they both covered Gershwin. So let's go with that. A much kinder connection. Kind of a silly list to make because she only put out 4 albums, studio, 2 with Big Brother and the Holding Company, 2 solo. And other than one song, all of my top 10 are from 2 of those albums. So kind of silly. But anyways, I'm going to do it anyways because I did the album. So gotta keep that up. Number 10, the second track off Cheap Thrills, I Need a Man to Love. And this is on the list probably not even because of Janis, but as much because of Big Brother and the Holding Company. Just there's like a short little psych kind of ish jam in like the second half that just gets me every time. It just, everything about the song is just like a really good psych bluesy. Everybody's performing it really well. The little guitar little thing in the end is brilliant. Janis sounds great. Like, it's just a fantastic, fantastic song. But like everything else on this list, I think is pretty much acknowledged to be fantastic songs. That's probably the only sleeper on this list, to be honest with you. I Need a Man to Love, which is a fantastic, fantastic song. Number 9 is Cuckoo off their debut album, Big Brother and the Holding Company. This was a single, I think, originally as a single. They released the album, they released the single, it did well, and then I think they added it on like a later release. The beginning of it kind of reminds me of the Yardbirds' Heart Full of Soul. There's a little bit of that kind of sort of 60s energy in it, but it's just with Janis Joplin singing. It's a neat little early Janis, very like mid 60s sound in the vibe, like, psych pop, but it works. I love psych pop. Absolutely fantastic song. And maybe that is why A Bird Within Her sings, because of the cuckoo of this song. Who knows? Maybe that's the connection to Jerry Garcia's Robert Hunter's Eventually the Dead's Bird song. Maybe it's this song, Cuckoo. Number 8, Piece of My Heart. Just the way that intro is. Just they come in and then Janis comes in, just singing her butt off from the beginning, and then she kind of brings it down and invites us into whatever she's doing, and then she brings it back up again. Just an absolutely perfect slice of late 60s psych pop. Just absolute, just perfection. Beautiful, beautiful song. Piece of My Heart. Number 7, the song that leads into Piece of My Heart on the album. They're both on Cheap Thrills, which just makes for it. I mean, that album is absolutely perfect. But Summertime, her Gershwin cover, just the fact that she's doing it. I mean, just the possibilities that are just open in the way she performs a song and the way she delivers in the song. And the fact that this is a choice she made, just all around, just everything about Summertime just works perfectly. And to think that Gershwin, right? I think Gershwin heard this and was like, nope, I'm out, which I just seems silly because I think her performance is absolutely like just drop dead gorgeous. But right, I want to say that he had a very negative reaction to that, oddly enough. But yeah, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but I don't think I am wrong. I think he was very, very unhappy with her cover of Summertime, not Sunshine, Summertime. Right? I don't know. I'm looking it up. I'm trying to find out if that's true or not, since this is already going to be a short version. But anyways, her performance of that is absolutely fantastic. It's been a long, crazy Monday at work here. Not here, but at work here in Texas. That's number 7. Number 6 is Mercedes-Benz. I didn't want to put this on the list because I thought it was like a little gimmicky. It's like a minute and a half. It's just her singing a cappella. But then when I was listening to the album recently, I was just like, to me, it is such a powerful song because it is her a cappella, right? I mean, I think she's keeping beat. And it's just like the charisma, the energy, the rawness. Like, I probably could have listened to Janis sing an entire album a cappella without even doing like tricks, just like singing, carrying the melody herself. And it probably would have been absolutely fantastic. But the thing that always gets me is at the very end, she kind of laughs it off and goes, well, that's it. And I know that that's the last song she ever actually recorded. And whether or not they were going to do something else with it, or there was plans to make it bigger. I think in a later release version, they added percussion to it, which is not needed. But just the amount of just raw energy that she's able to convey in like under 2 minutes with lyrics that she wrote and she co-wrote with someone else, which are pretty good lyrics. I don't know. It's just, there is so much potential in that song, and some of it's realized and some of it obviously was never realized, but just, what an amazing song. 5 is Crybaby, another just mic drop vocal performance by Janis. If you haven't seen the version on the not Frontier Express, what was that? The Express, the movie they made with Jerry and all those hippie people. What was that called? The Something Express from the Janis Joplin was on it. Gosh, that is such a good performance. But her performance of Crybaby on that the Festival Express. I know it's in the film. I think there was a Festival Express movie. I think the performance of Crybaby is in that. It is just like, oh my goodness, she is just absolutely phenomenal. But just a great song, pretty much just a great vehicle for Janis to just do what Janis does. Number 4, Move Over. Boom, 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 boom. Just is really kind of coming at you. Pretty streamlined, straightforward, kind of psych pop, just coming at you, kind of snarly energy, a little like, oh, down, bow, bow, bow. Sounds like another band, which I can never put my finger on, but it just sounds very much of that era, but just with Janis coming in on those like vocals and just this sort of like lack of bombast that it has, and it's just a little more like effective and like just just what a ridiculously great song. Move Over. Number 3, combination of the two, just an absolute screaming psych rocker that features some great guitar work by Big Brother. Janis isn't even the lead vocalist on the song, so it's weird that this is a Janis Joplin top 10 list, but she's kind of the secondary vocalist. But when she comes in, it is just like a dog. I mean, I'm not demeaning her like a dog, but it's like a guard dog. It's like a lion. It's like a Wolverine. It's just like pure ferocity. And it's just absolutely, her performance on this is phenomenal. But the guitar work is phenomenal. It's a screeching, screaming psych song. Terry Gilliam used it in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas for the early scene when they're just racing across the desert. And the shot starts with the beginning of the song as just like, the car just races off into the distance. It's like the perfect soundtrack. The first perfect coupling of a song and a scene. And just absolutely fantastic, fantastic psych song. Number 2, Ball and Chain, which is just like 9 minutes of just screaming guitar, Janis singing, more screaming guitar, Janis singing. It's just one of those sort of show-stopping like numbers that if it pops up in a show, you got a good 9-10 minutes of just like psychedelic in your face guitar and this singer who is just like singing better than anybody you've ever seen. And I think this is when Janis is absolutely at her best, is when she's with this band. Like I think Ball and Chain is the only, even though most of Cheap Thrill sounds live, Ball and Chain is the only song that actually is live. And just her in front of a band that brings this much raw energy. Like they weren't polished, right? Maybe a little bit sloppy, but that's why they fit so well with Janis Joplin. It's just because the combination of the two, as the last song refers to, was the perfect combination. I wish she had stayed with the band. I wish they had, explored that career, that couple more albums. But Ball and Chain is just sort of the mic drop, just like the show stop and the like, yeah, we're going to get a ball and chain tonight. And then number 1, if this is the only song she was known for, I mentioned this in the album video. If like Bobby Gentry, who had Ode to Billy Joe, and I really don't know Bobby Gentry's other stuff, but I will forever love her because Ode to Billy Joe, her performance on that is so fantastic. That song is just fantastic. If Janis had only performed and come out with Me and Bobby McGee, like this is just an all-time classic. Like the lyrics, the performance, the little rave up. Right before the rave up, Janis just goes off on this blah, 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 Bobby McGee. Like she's not even trying to sing words. She's just singing emotions. She's just singing feelings. And she's not even trying to put a name to them. She's just like getting them out of her body. And it's musical and it's beautiful and it's challenging. And it's just like, It's a bird that can sing, but it's definitely not like a Sunday morning song. It's like a, I don't know what kind. It's a warrior cry. But Me and Bobby McGee, it's just an awesome, awesome, awesome song. Listened to a Dead show last night and was surprised at how well Bobby brought it. It was a 74 show, and Bobby delivered, man. I was really surprised. But this is just, it's like a perfect song. It's just perfect. Perfect singer, perfect song, perfect moment. Me and my Bobby McGee. Great. But that's what they look like. The 10 of them. For you visual learners, you got to always have a visual aid for those visual learners. Let me know your 10 favorite. Yeah, I know there's really no deep cuts on here other than I Need a Man and Cuckoo maybe, but that was a single. It's just, this stuff is fantastic. And this is like top of the game type stuff all right here. So like, I'm not going to apologize for not having other stuff on here. I wouldn't anyways. But anyways, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Let me know your favorite Janis Joplin songs. And go listen to Janis Joplin, people. Go listen to Cheap Thrills. One of the top 10 60 psych rock albums ever made, I would argue. Peace. Talk to you later.